Welcome to Carla Just Being Me. I'm your host, hostess, for Carla. How y'all doing today? Before we get into today's topic, I'm going to wait a little bit for others to join us. Um, if you'd like to join me live, here's the link. Anybody's welcome to hop on. So, how has your week been, Vicky? Well, good, I hope. Sorry, guys, I got a slight headache. Temperature change just really bugs me. Hi, Adam. Are you home or driving? I'm gonna take it that means you're in the car. Sorry that you can't be home. I'm gonna have to talk to you on Discord, Adam, and find out what's a good time for me to start so you can be here with us all. So today we're gonna talk about quirky animal laws that in the long run help um help to bring about some of the uh, what you call it, some of the animal rights that they have now. Okay, Adam, you be careful while you're listening and driving. Keep your concentration on the road. Don't worry about that way we won't worry about you so much. Okay, will do, Adam. I will later after the stream. Um, anyways, yeah, I had help with finding some of these animal laws by watching different videos and also Gray Rook or Thomas Marshall uh sent me quite a few. I wish I knew how to put the picture on the screen, but I don't. So I'm going to have to read them out to you. I got one for you real fast. Where I live, it's illegal to have a dog in a chain if it's on a chain, if it's inside a fenced yard. Well, that kind of makes sense, but it also depends upon how high the fence is. I mean, if you got a little low fence, like low, and you got a big dog like, say, Crystal, a Belgian Shepherd, or a Shepherd, a Pit Bull, any of the larger dogs, I could see them having to chain it to keep the neighborhood safe. But if you have a tall, either chain link, unless you're KTZ, because Ava, the terrorist, actually has figured out how to put her paws in to climb up the fence, then jump over and get in the neighbor's yard. Hi, neighbor. Welcome. If you'd like to join me live, the link is in the um chat, and I'll put it in here again. You're welcome to come on with audio and camera, whatever anybody feels comfortable with. Vicky, you're welcome to join me. Adam, you're not because you're driving. And I want you to be safe out there. Um, yeah, I mean, I can see it from the dog on the chain, from this not being illegal if it's a fenced-in yard because it might really restrict the dog with exercise and things. I mean, somewhere at some time, Um, Somebody had to have had a dog probably on a foot or two chain and inside a fenced yard, and this poor dog could barely get away from y'all. Get in there. Let's see your mug. Um, it would have to lay in its own uh, bathroom. So I'm sure, all these laws, quirky or not, were written because someone decided that they needed to be said and made a law to keep animals safe. Now, for instance, here in Illinois, now this is from Grey Rook, it's illegal to give your dog a cigar or whiskey. You can give it beer, you can give it wine, you can give it liqueur, a cigarette, a pipe. Hey, Beverly, welcome. What have you been busy with? But you can't give the dog a whiskey or a cigar. And I'm sure that um, pops back to days gone by when dogs just followed their owners everywhere. And, might belly up to the bar with them in a saloon. Now, an interesting fact though, in Germany when I was there were dogs everywhere we went except restaurants. But in the malls, um, grocery stores, owners can take their dogs just about into any public place. As far as I know, there's not a or size limit. Sorry, I washed my tongue today and I can't do a thing with it. Oh, Beverly, so you just you're not going to be in chat much with doing housework and cooking, or are you taking a break and relaxing with us? I hope you're taking a break and relaxing. You know how important that is with doing heavy chores. Another one from Grey Rook is in Little Rock, Arkansas. Dogs are prohibited from barking after 6 p.m. How in the hell can you keep a dog from barking, especially if there's a stranger in your yard or coming to your door? A lot of people, including us, part of the reason we have our babies is um, for protection, to let us know if there's something strange going on. But I guess if I lived in Little Rock, Arkansas, I'd have to keep my dog quiet. And the only way to really keep a dog quiet that I know of is exactly how are you going to stop him? A muzzle. And then you hear a growl. Another way that I consider very cruel, very inhumane, is cutting their vocal cords, which is something that would never have to be done. Oh, you heard that before, Vicky, about not being able to have your dog bark after 6 p.m.? Beverly, I'm glad you're done with housework and can relax. You know, dogs can be trained very gently by using a spray bottle and telling them no bark when they're barking at inappropriate times. Excuse me. But if they're barking to warn you of danger and it's after 6, that's a bunch of BS. And that one, I wonder what kind of Karen got that law passed. Okay. And French Lick Springs, Indiana. Black cats must wear bells on Friday the 13th. I don't know whether it's indoors or outdoors or both, but that goes back to the stigma of black cats crossing your path is bad luck. I mean, that the stranger comes to you. Yes, it would be, Beverly. With the dogs barking, that would be very hard to enforce. At HOA, no doubt. I believe you, Beverly. Like I said, some Karen or male Karen out there got annoyed with their neighbor's dog, probably from them coming on their property after 6 p.m. and bitched and moaned and griped and what have you until they got a law passed. Well, I'm going to save that one until John joins us. In Paulding County, Ohio, police officers are permitted to bite a dog to calm it down. Now, I will tell you the truth. I have had dogs that mouth, which is where they don't bite down hard, but they still connect with your skin and stuff, or actually bite, when they're puppies or younger. And I have fed a few dogs back. Not hard, not enough to break the skin, not to make them bleed, just so um, the puppy who's away from its litter mates or might have been an only pup um, understood what it feels like to be bit. Yeah, bite them. Um, you don't do it hard. You do it someplace where there's a lot of skin or a lot of fur so that you just come down and release right away. Just enough so they can feel it, not to hurt them. Don't get me wrong. This is not to hurt them. This is to teach them. I had a friend who bit her dog back when it was a puppy, and it taught him not to bite. Exactly, Maybelle. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, they could bite you back, but usually the pup is so startled that they don't bite you back. They go, yeah, one of those kind of looks like, what the hell are you doing? Um, okay, we got another one here. International Falls, Minnesota. It is illegal to let your cat chase a dog up a telephone pole. What? For a cat to chase a dog up a telephone pole. Okay, either the dog's claws have to be, their nails have to be really long, and there are some breeds that can run up walls and stuff like that. They're mostly used in law enforcement, like Belgian Malinois, a German Shepherd, even Crystal being a Belgian Touraine, but they're taught to run up because a cat has chased them. Does that work for a cat not to scratch too? Um, I don't know, Vicky. I'm not that well versed on cats as I am at dogs. I mean, I've been working with dogs now and owning them for 53 years. And when I became a veterinarian assistant, I mm, specialized in canine physical therapy, canine nutrition, and canine. I'm actually a canine midwife too. Again, how do you enforce that? Enforce what, Beverly? The biting? It usually only takes the human nipping the dog once or twice and they stop. But enforcing the cat not to chase the dog up a telephone pole, I have no idea how you would enforce that. I'd love to see it. That would be hysterical. But I'm sorry, I'm sitting, I have this picture running through my head. Um, I don't know how many of you watched Tom and Jerry when you were kids. And there was Butch the Bulldog with his puppy. Okay. I'm picturing Tom chasing Butch and Butch going up the telephone pole. I don't think they're, I don't know. They'd have to have real teeny tiny handcuffs, wouldn't they, to, to get the cat to stop or catch the cat in the pillowcase? I don't know how. I mean, that one to me is so ludicrous. Other way around, but I left it. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about a dog chasing a cat up a telephone pole or, oh, okay. Um, sorry, I'm looking over at my laptop where I have stuff that I'm reading. Quitman, Georgia. Okay, here we go with why the chicken crossed the road. In Quitman, Georgia, it is illegal for a chicken to cross the road. This is again, how in the hell would you enforce that? I guess there you can't say have the chicken cross the road because, you would be helping to um, make them break the law. When my youngest son was about 4, he comes up to me and says he was tired of the chicken across the road joke. So he said, "So, why'd the turtle cross the road, Mommy?" I just looked at him and went, "I don't know. Why?" To get to the Shell station out of the mouths of babes. Okay, I'm not going to read the next one because I can't read. Well, the county is, the name of the county is spelled Skamania, Skamina County, Washington. Killing Bigfoot is a misdemeanor. Okay, for ducks in Ohio. Oh, Beverly, I think they have a similar law for ducks in Ohio on a specific street. Okay, that's even weirder. Oh, I realized that you meant the laws, not my son, Navy, Nabel. But yeah, he was a little. We teased when he was little that we should have sent him to clown school because he was always cracking us up. Um, and he drew extremely detailed pictures as a child. I mean, he'd draw a businessman, and it would look like a man, not just a stick man, but with a suit coat on, a tie, the pants, briefcase with initials on it. So, part of the some kind of testing for their learning ability in kindergarten. This is back in 1989. that they had to draw a picture of a face and a picture of a body. We're all sitting at the dinner table, and he pops up with, "Yeah, I had to draw a body today in school." Now, keep in mind what I told you about his detailed drawings. We all held our breath. And he says, "Yeah, for the face, I drew the eyes and the nose and the mouth and the ears. And the teacher said I did real good." "Okay, William, how was your body picture?" He said, "It was good too." And I got to stand up. He said, "I didn't draw these and I didn't draw a little dick." Well, that was the end of dinner. And anybody that hadn't thought to swallow what they had in their mouth as he's talking was all over the dinner table. "Hi, John. There's the link again for anybody that would like to join me live. Um, you may, I think they have a similar law. Oh, wait. You heard that on a local channel, Ohio channel? Beverly, was that on Facebook or was that a channel on TV? Mellow greetings to everyone. Still kind of recovering from my relapse yesterday, but I'm getting better. That's great to hear that, John. If you want to pop in with me, John, you're welcome to, because the next quirky animal law I'm going to be reading is from Baltimore. Oh, and I also closed. I was going to do this with natural lighting stream today, but the sun changed and yeah, it was right in my eyes. So we're back to artificial lighting. Here's a dumb Ohio law. You can't kill a housefly 160 feet from a church without a license. What? Okay, that's just really strange. I wonder if they had housefly killers before air conditioning and stuff. Professional ones that would stand outside the church to make sure the church, the church, and having chain it to keep the neighborhood
Okay, no camera right now, but I just wanted to
safe.
update all of you
Leave it
because
ceiling,
I know y'all care.
unless you're sleepy bed because and you're echoing the terrorist. Ashley has figured out how to put her paws in to climb up the fence and jump over.
Okay, there we go. Ay, 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 ay,
Thank
ay.
you.
Look, everybody, I know y'all are concerned. I am feeling better today. I'm fighting through it. We'll do a live stream today, but it's going to be a little bit later than I had originally intended to do. So I'm thinking like maybe 4:30 ish. Okay. Um, I do appreciate all of the love that you guys have shown me. I really, really do.
Well, of course we would.
Ouch. Yeah, I just look like hell right now. I look like one of the zombies out of The Walking Dead right at the moment.
Cool.
But I just wanted to
Okay.
pop on real quick and say that, that I appreciate it. I really, really do. I'll schedule it shortly. And we're going to do this. There ain't no way I'm stopping today.
Okay. John, stay with me a minute while I read a quirky animal law from Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay. I, as long as I don't have to turn my camera on, you got it.
No.
I mean, I'll be
Okay.
honest. I look worse than I did on the Halloween special.
Okay. All right.
That's saying
Now let
something.
me read the flaw. Bringing that lion to the cinema is banned. So anybody in Baltimore that has a pet lion and say the Lion King showing, they can take their lion with to see the animated or the live action movie.
Nope.
Your your state your state's almost as weird as mine because Illinois that it's illegal to give a dog a lit cigar or with. Okay, y'all. Now on the next one. Uh, John, we love you, but your echo really getting.
I turned it off though. I don't
Well,
know
it
where it's
came
coming
back.
from then.
Now it's off.
Well, it might have been the fan I
Do you
had
have
going.
more? Do you have more than one monitor on?
Yes, but the other monitor does not have anything
That means,
playing on it.
do you have your earphones on? Because it's probably picking up
Oh,
what we're
oh,
saying
no, you're
within
right.
your
That's
microphone.
where it is. That's where it is. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I didn't. I didn't. I honestly didn't intend to. Like, come on. So let me put the headphones on. That's where the problem is. Technical difficulties.
Well,
Give
your
me a
voice
second.
sounds better. Yeah,
All right,
and
that
my
should
main
fix
man
it.
of the first right. Let's see. Yep, that fixed it. Okay, here's another
Yeah, put the
thing.
headphones on.
Maybell, Maybell, it wasn't from me echoing or Vicky. It's from John because we weren't having the problem until John came on the screen with me. But I think we got it taken care of.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I was echo. I,
I gotta do
I
this.
was echoing.
I don't know if it's gonna come
What?
through or not, but I gotta try this.
Uh oh.
Did that come through or not?
No.
No? All right. Well, don't worry. I'll
Yeah,
do it tonight or today.
I told John to put his earphones on because he didn't have them on. So his mic was picking up his speakers from his computer and causing the echo.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I,
That's
I,
on me. I admit it. I technical difficulties. It's my middle bloody. Actually, I don't actually have that changed to my actual middle name. That would mess with my brother's head.
okay, there you go. Okay, this is one that I found. Oh, wait. Another one from Gray Brook. Another Ohio one. It's illegal to get a fish drunk. Now, it would seem to me if you put fish, well, maybe in beer or champagne that have air bubbles in it, so it can still get oxygen, that anything else would drown the fish before it could get drunk. Or, or maybe you can get a little bitty tiny funnel, put it in the fish's mouth, and drip, drip, drip alcohol into it. I don't know. Okay. And Ellen, you can't wrestle a bear. No. How does a fish get drunk? Exactly, Beverly. Like I said, if you put it in, like, say, a goldfish in a shot of whiskey, the thing's going to drown because it has no oxygen in it. As soon as it starts filtering the water through its gills, or the whiskey through its gills, swimming in fermenting liquids. Yeah, but then again, very little oxygen in fermenting liquids, except like I said, beer, champagne, or a sparkling something that have the air bubbles in it. I don't know. Like I said, quirky laws. Okay, in Oklahoma, you cannot have a donkey sleeping in a bathtub after 7 p.m. It doesn't say what time you can put the donkey in there and let it go to sleep. Yeah, I think I said 7 a.m. I meant 7 p.m. But yeah, I don't understand why or how a donkey could fit in a bathtub to go to sleep anyway, unless it's a huge bathtub. Because most donkeys aren't that small. Also in Oklahoma, it's illegal to make an ugly at a dog, and dogs cannot gather in groups of three or more on private property without permission from the mayor. It doesn't, I don't have an exact town for that, but kind of funny because it'll confuse the voices in my head. Ha ha, John. You know, so I guess if you were going to breed your dogs, that you have to get a permit from the mayor, which probably costs money. And so if the litter is even two pups, that would be, oh, three or more. So even if it was a litter of one pup, you would have to get a permit from the mayor. Make it sense to me, somebody, please. Oh, Belle, I'm so glad the baby Belle's doing good. Okay, and now we go over to what? Oh, here's another. Oh no, I got that one already. Sorry. Um, Here's one from Wyoming. It is illegal to photograph rabbits without a permit between January and April. I wonder why those specific months, January, February, March, that you can't photograph a rabbit. I mean, now I was a hunter and I'd been a hunter for a little since I was like 10 years old. I don't go hunting anymore, mainly because physically I can't handle it. But nowhere that I know of is there a rabbit season between January and April. So I wonder why you can't take a picture of them. Is there a law against it? You just know some dumbass did it at least once. This is very true, John. I have said that earlier. That at some time, some place, somebody bitched to get a law passed. Like I forget what state it was from, but that your dog can't bark after 6 p.m.
Yeah,
We
good
all
luck
came
with
to the
that one.
conclusion that yeah, we all came to the conclusion it was a male or female Karen in an HOA situation.
Yeah, all right, look,
It's enough to get
Carla,
it.
I need to just go ahead and split out here because the echo is getting a little
All
bit
right.
confusing on my end. But
Okay.
I was able to focus on it for a couple of minutes, but my blood alcohol level. You know how it is. But
Yeah.
I am. I will say this: I am gonna live stream today. There's nothing gonna stop it unless YouTube decides to completely shut me down. But I haven't seen any evidence of
Uh,
that. But I'll schedule it soon. I got a couple things I do need to do before that, but I'm letting your stream run just to give you the support.
well, thank you very much, John. I appreciate that. And we'll see you in about 3 hours or so, give or take. Have a
All
good
right,
one.
thank you, darling. You take care of yourself. I hope to see all of you later, and I hope I got some good stuff planned for you. So everybody, take care. Love you all. I really do. You have no idea. Everybody, take care.
Love you too. Okay. Okay. It's back to just lessons right now. Post your live, John. As soon as he gets it scheduled, I'll be putting it up in Discord like usual. You can only photograph them for Easter. Well, maybe Nadel, but sometimes Easter falls in March. The year my dad died, Easter was on March 31st, 1970. Hartford, Connecticut. It's illegal to educate a dog. Now I'm wondering if they mean educate, like, say, in obedience training or agility training or for canine law enforcement, or are they talking about something I'm trying to do with Crystal without much luck is um, have her grab a certain toy by a name that I only use for that toy. Not working out well yet, but let's hope it does. Okay, here we go. Chicago, Illinois. Dogs are not allowed in beauty salons for the purpose of hairdressing. Now, does that mean getting their hair done or do- a dog doing someone else's hair? But I guess it's okay for them to get a mani and a pedi. Something interesting about animals. Okay, dogs' front legs are actually identical to our arms. That dew claw you see on a lot of dogs is their thumb. And then the first bend is the ankle, the second, the wrist, the second is the elbow. And then their feet, the dew claw on their foot would be the big toe. And then you have the ankle, the knee, and the hips. So they can get a mani and pedi is my point here. Okay, this comes out of California. To me, at times, the land of fruits and nuts. Um, you cannot have jumping frogs that have been eaten in California. Now, if the frog's been eaten, how in the world are you supposed to have it? Does that one make sense to anybody? Yeah, it's so out there. It's like, huh? What, did somebody in California eat a bunch of jumping frogs and then regurgitate them? and some of them were still alive, and so they wanted to take them home. This is another one. Make it make sense. In Pennsylvania, you can catch a fish any way except with your own hands. When I was little, I was at a fishing pond with my dad, and it had a little creek. So I went walking in the creek, and I tried to catch a fish. I don't live in Pennsylvania. I live in Illinois. I tried to catch one of the fish, and they are slippery little suckers. Anybody that's gone fishing, you know what I'm talking about. Even after they're out of the water, they're slippery as all get out. But you can't have a jumping frog that have been eaten. That makes no sense to me. I'm sorry, am I boring you guys with these? I see that the chat's kind of dried up. If you think we should be done, we can be done. Just let me know. Now, in Minnesota, you cannot chase oiled pigs or have a turkey scramble. I have no idea what a turkey scramble is. All I can think that it might be is a bunch of turkeys running around in an open field and people running after them, trying to catch them, which would be a good trick anyway. Hang on just a second then. Okay. West Virginia. Using a ferret to hunt wild birds is a misdemeanor. Okay, once again, why would somebody have a ferret out to specifically hunt birds? No, no, just questioning the reason for these laws. I am too. I mean, they're really silly. A whole lot of them are. Um, in Rhode Island, okay, that huge state in our country, you can't have a horse race on a highway. Now I'm asking myself, why, in this day and age, especially with all the motorized vehicles, whatever kind of fuel they run on, why would anyone try to have a horse race on a highway? That's just asking those horses to be killed or injured. And if a horse's leg is injured, 95% of the time, they unfortunately have to be euthanized because a horse cannot lay down because of its weight and how its internal organs are positioned, which run in the same general thing as us, order. But if they lay down, especially on their left side, their heart can actually be squished. And you would have to have gobs of money, and the horse would have to be kept in a special sling. I actually saw this once in a special sling so that whatever leg it is that's broken cannot touch the floor, which basically means none of its legs can touch the floor. It is very traumatic and stressful for the horse. This horse unfortunately passed because of a heart attack from stress. Okay, we're going to go back to dog barking again. In many towns, you can get a ticket for noise violation for your dog's bark. Maybe whoever decided to gripe and moan and bitch and whatever until this law was passed in whatever towns they're in to go to um, Little Rock, Arkansas, where the dogs can't bark after 6 p.m. And I want you guys, if you would, to think the heck over the. Oh, sorry, my allergies are really bugging me today. Which of these laws that I've brought to you today, and we've discussed in chat and stuff, do you think is the most ridiculous? Let's see. Oh, in Alaska, if two hunters are out together hunting moose and one hunter has a bead on a moose, the other hunter cannot whisper into the hunter that's getting ready to unalive the deer, unalive the moose. Okay. It's considered an unfair advantage to the moose. Now, I heard that one, and I'm going, okay, I didn't realize that moose, mooses, there goes my tongue again, that mooses hearing is so fantastic because you figure a hunter is usually a good 50 to 100 feet from its prey, that the moose can hear a whisper. And how in the world does it give the moose an unfair advantage to run away? Dog chasing up the tree, Vicky. Okay, I agree with that one. That one was pretty fun. I still don't get it. And the housefly law. Yeah, yeah. So, um, whoever wants a side job, I forget. Oh, shoot. I closed the pictures and now I don't remember where it was. Sorry. Um, yeah, if you want a job with a lot of action and give yourself some movement, go apply for um, a permit to kill a housefly closer than 160 feet to a church. Oh, why, Bell, do you want to run away? I hope it's not our stream. To me, the funniest one is not is dogs not being allowed to bark after 6 p.m. because that's just totally ludicrous to me. Now, as I said at the start, some of these laws that are still on the books, that some of them are from even the 1800s, have helped to make maybe the moose is a Jedi, good thought, or a ninja. Anyway, some of these laws, old, archaic, quirky laws, have led to more animal protection laws. I am very pro animal. And years ago, I worked at a shop We did not get puppy mill puppies. I personally went to the different breeders that provided dogs for puppies for us to, because I wasn't going to take the owner of the business's word for it. I wanted to go check myself, so I did. And we were being, the store was being protested by an animal rights organization. And they hadn't checked into the owner's background, hadn't checked into any of the kennels, yet they were claiming that we had puppy mill puppies. Personally, I have helped close down two puppies. One in Ohio and another one in Southern Illinois. Even that was more horrific to witness than even when I worked at the vet's office, of people bringing in their dog or cat just because they were tired of them to have them put into eternal sleep. But the condition of puppy mills, imagine if you can, a hoarder's house that nothing in it has been cleaned. Not the stove, not the refrigerator, not the bathroom, not the toilet. Nothing has been cleaned for about 20 years. Then you can get some idea of what these poor, especially females, go to through, because they are kept in small cages. They are bred every time they come in heat until they either can no longer breed or they die because of being bred so often. Um, it, sorry, those type of places, whether they be for, they're usually for dogs, but there are some for cats too, I feel should be shut down, and the people that own these poor, defenseless babies should be sentenced to a lifetime in the smallest, tiniest cell possible, with no place to use the bathroom except in their cell, to be underfed small bits of food once a day. Yes, it might sound harsh. It might sound like I'm a terrible human being to someone listening to this, but I don't care. It's how I feel. Now, another thing, the Humane Society of America is a private organization that has nothing to do with our government, even though they try to make it look like it does. And this I have done through personal research, as I used to have a website that I haven't added to in a good 6 years about pet industry facts versus fiction. Okay, so the Humane Society, oh, I'm sorry, it's the Humane Society of the United States. 95% of a donation will go towards the people working there. 5% gets dished out to different shelters across the US. If you feel PETA's not much better, ASPCA, there is like 80-20%. I don't remember off the top of my head what PETA's is. If you want to make a donation to help animals, be it a dog, a cat, a cow, a horse, a sheep, a llama, um, you're better off and your money will go to a better cause by supporting local animal shelters and sanctuaries. I'm sorry that we had the fun stuff and now I'm kind of ending on a little bit of a downer. But part of the reason that I did this quirky animal laws was to bring and shine light that some of these laws led to good things. Now, the one of the horse that you can't have a horse race on a highway, excuse me 1 second, that law, excuse me, I don't think it's quirky. Personally, I think that law helps to protect horses. So please, as I said, if you're going to make a donation, please do it in person at a local shelter or a local sanctuary because these big conglomerates and corporations that claim to be helping animals so much stick most of your donation in the pockets of the humans working there. Okay, if anybody runs across a video of a cat chasing a dog up a tree or telephone pole or something, do me a favor. Send me the link on Discord and I'll make sure to put it up, or at least whatever part of it I can without getting copyright. That's part of the reason I haven't streamed anything is I'm afraid that I'll accidentally copyright something and they will take my channel off. And I thank you all for being here today with me. It really means a lot that you came and you could watch us. And thank you, Adam, for listening. I hope you're still being safe on your journey. All right, lovely ladies and handsome gentlemen, and John, who's scheduled for 5 p.m. Eastern. I love you all and keep animals safe. Bye for now. See you on Thursday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, if all goes well. Y'all have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see some of you in John's stream at 5 p.m. Eastern. Have a good one.